Hey, Markus.
Hey, Heiko. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Here we are, back again.
Back again, live from the Death Star Bridge.
The Ask Me Anything session in the week of
Yeah,
May the
the
4th.
4th. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
celebrating Star Wars just one day is pretty boring.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah,
There
it's
is
not enough.
never enough Star Wars, right?
Never, ever, no.
Yeah, so welcome to everybody who is joining in. And
Hey,
fortunately, we
guys.
already have people who sent us a few questions, so we can go over these questions. But if you have,
Unbelievable.
yeah, unbelievable. Uh, but if you have questions, and we have this little form, I will post it into the chat. Send us your questions because we love to hear your questions for the next session.
So, yes, and I just want to go a little bit out of the plan we had or the agenda we had today. So,
What?
if we, yes.
What?
So, we are just speaking about Star Wars, and we had actually a Star Wars question. Because
That's
we
true.
get this question before May the 4th, and it was, how did you celebrate Star Wars Day?
Ooh.
So the questioner is assuming we are celebrating, because it's not do you celebrate, so it's how you celebrate.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have absolutely no idea. Do you think we celebrate Star Wars Day?
I don't know what is Star Wars.
I have no idea. Yeah, I think we I think we celebrate it, right?
We did.
And
So yeah.
you have been part of a great video, right? You were playing Darth Vader.
Our great Lord Vader.
Yeah. As I mentioned on Twitter, on the wrong side of the Force, you are my friend.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
but talking about this Star Wars thing, as I will also put a link into the chat, because we also made this crazy stickers here. Automate, you must. And people can take part in the raffle. Join our raffle. And I think it's going on until Monday noon, Central European summertime. So you still have a chance to get a couple of these great stickers. They look great on the laptop.
Automate, you must.
Automate, you must. Yeah. Yeah. So, and maybe people, maybe we can try to find the link to the video as well, where you, as I mentioned, played
Yes.
Darth Vader. Was it also automation Vader? No, it was.
Automate.
No. That doesn't make sense. Makes sense. Let me find it later. Yeah. Okay. So why not start with the first question that we got? What do you think?
First real question. Yeah. Sure. So, do you want to start?
Yeah. So one was and if people ask, if you can ask the questions without putting the name in, totally anonymous. So most of the people don't type in the name, some do. The first one here that we have on the list was Torben. He was asking, what do you think about the PowerShell community? That is okay. This is a broad question, right?
It is. And we won't say anything wrong before the PowerShell conf, the PS conf.
Yeah.
No.
So what would you say?
Great community. So most of the time I'm active on Twitter in the PowerShell community, and I already had a session with you with the PowerShell user group, and and I like the PowerShell community. It's always really helpful to see to get help from the community, and really nice people there.
Yeah, I think that's really, I think they're the nicest people you can meet in the tech community, and they're very helpful. They're very open, and you can meet them everywhere, right? On Twitter, on LinkedIn. There's Discord group, Slack. There is a LinkedIn group for PowerShell. I think it's called PowerShell Power Users. I think it has 30,000 members or something, and it's really. I mean, you have so many knowledgeable people who are willing to share their knowledge and not just
Indeed,
saying like, okay, well, it's written there and there, but they're really willing to help, and I've done it this way or this way, or because I mean the nice thing about PowerShell is typically there is not only one way of doing things, or seeing multiple options is very often also it's kind of, even if you have done something this way and somebody says, but could you also do it this way, and it's better because ABC, then you're always learning something, even though you already might have a solution, and that's really awesome.
And what I really can recommend if you need a really urgent solution is the PowerShell workspace in Slack on PowerShell.slack.com. They are, so there's I guess there's 24/7 somebody online who can help, and you can ask all kind of PowerShell related questions, and you get an answer in seconds, or at least in minutes.
Absolutely, and I think this was also a topic because there was the Global PowerShell and DevOps Summit last week, and they also talked about the response, the people who are helping, as you said, like 24/7. If that's at least what you can see or what you sense when you ask questions. So that's really cool. Actually, we had another comment in regards to the Star Wars theme. Michael said, Star Trek Strange New Worlds started yesterday. Yeah, but that's Star Trek, Michael. But we're talking Star Wars. That's nothing to mix up, right?
No.
But didn't you?
What exactly is Star Trek? I don't know.
But I think this week I heard a discussion where somebody said, what would happen if these two worlds would come together?
That won't work. that definitely won't work, because Star Trek, it's more the scientific kind of thing, and Star Wars is more the space opera, or sometimes dirty Western scenario like sci-fi, and I guess that would definitely not work. But it would be interesting to see that.
It could be. I mean, this is but I think it's kind of a strange idea. Actually, talking about a strange idea, I just found the video where you played Darth Vader. I just put it into the chat as well, so if people are interested. Okay, coming back to the community. because there was another question that came in, which is which kind of relates to the community in general, and what I just mentioned, having the global PowerShell and DevOps Summit just behind us, is somebody was asking, are you attending PSConf EU?
We do. We will. We are attending on the PSConf EU. So you won't be there, Heiko, but
that's true. Yeah, sad but true. I'm on vacation, so during
you took the vacation before the PSConf.
Sometimes, timing, but you are there. I mean, so everything is good, right?
My first, it's my first time. So let's say I'm a PSConf virgin, and it's my first time on the PSConf, and I'm really excited about to meet all the people of the PowerShell community. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you will love it. You will definitely love it.
Yes,
because as we just said, the community is awesome, and meeting these people in person will be you will be blown away, and there will be a number of people coming from the US, from the Microsoft team. I think Jeffrey Snowwood, the man, the inventor, the legend, will be there.
Our second Lord after Darth Vader. Yes.
Yeah. And many more will be there. So being in touch directly with the product group, I think is just great. And I just scrolled through the list of sessions. It's the who is who of the people who are on the PowerShell.
Yeah, indeed. So Twitter is fun, but meet them in real life, I guess it will be much more exciting.
Yeah, you will, and it's going to be in Vienna. So I mean, the city itself, right? Is I mean,
I never was there, so yeah, I hope we will have time to stroll around the city and yeah.
You should. I mean that it's a great place. It's really a great place. All right. So and it's going to be in June, right? End of June. It's going to be.
It's in the end of June. Yeah, it starts. Yeah. The first day is the 20th of June.
Okay.
And then it goes to the whole week till Thursday, I think, and this is the 24th.
Yeah, and we will bring, or you will bring, our posters, right? So if there
posters,
if there are people out there, maybe there are still one or two who don't have our PowerShell poster. That's going to be there as well. We have the stickers and all that stuff. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next question. What do you think?
Yes. So, did you have any experience with the new predictive intelligence? It's anonymous, so no name there. Yeah, predictive intelligence. So, to be honest, I do not have any experience because I installed the PS Readline module. I think we talked about a few sessions ago. I've installed the PS Readline module, but as I work most of the time with Visual Studio Code and write all my PowerShell code in scripts and do not hack in some commandlets just in the plain PowerShell, I haven't tested yet. So, but I will test it in the next weeks, and it's a cool feature, I think. But yeah, I'm honest. I didn't have time.
Yeah, actually, and I haven't
the last days and weeks.
I have seen a few demos. by for example from Jason Helmick, who I think also
Okay.
going to be in Vienna, and it's really a cool thing, and they're working on it, and it's gonna improve and incorporate even more possibilities. So that's I think really cool. But as you just mentioned, VS Code, just one question that came to my mind is, I think they released a new version of the VS Code extension for PowerShell, and I have to look at this. I haven't installed it yet, but I think it should handle the resources much better. I think there were people complaining about resources and so have you installed it yet?
Yes, to this morning I've installed it this morning, so I do not have much information about how it's working, but yeah, especially the PowerShell terminal wasn't really stable, and sometimes it doesn't react like I want, and you always have to restart Visual Studio Code, and I've installed it this morning, but I don't have any results yet. So I think to the next session we have can tell more. And till our next session, I will test the predictive intelligence, but latest to the PSConf.
Yeah, so and let's say if there are people who can, have some resources to help in regards to the predictive intelligence, again, maybe they could just follow you, right? And then DM you on Twitter. So if they have some tips and tricks, some best practice or whatever, then just I would say get in touch with Markus on Twitter. So so maybe next time we can maybe even show a little bit.
Hi, Clement.
Hi. So all right, okay. So then there is a next question, which is kind of related to let's say add-ons to the PowerShell. Somebody was asking, have you used Oh My Posh already?
For sure. I love it.
Right?
I love it. Yes, Oh My Posh is great. So I forgot the name of the developer. I follow him on Twitter, and he's from the Netherlands. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Jan de Dobbelaar, glaube ich, I think is his name. And I love it. It's to theme up your PowerShell, so it looks really fancy. It's great.
Yeah, you can really customize it and make it your own, right? With all the different colors.
With different colors, you can set up the opacity. But I think it's already possible with the normal Windows terminal settings. Yeah, but all the settings with the colors and so on are in the great the great Git stuff you can show with Oh My Posh. It just looks really fancy.
Awesome. Okay.
Do you use Oh My Posh?
I haven't installed it yet. No. Bad me. I haven't actually. I mean, okay. It's time for confessions. I mean, I'm mainly still using the good old Windows ISE.
The ISE.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I'm old. I know. Maybe I should now leave. Maybe I should leave the session now. But it still works for me. For most of the stuff I'm doing for people that I'm working with, because they're on the Windows side of things. So, but I really have to be more and starting using VS Code with all this great add-ons and the terminal
Yes.
and stuff like that. That for sure.
I will.
Absolutely.
I will publish a blog article about ISE versus Visual Studio Code in the near future. And
cool.
yeah, so I think you should read it.
Yes, 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 sir.
And
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and with a small goodie, but I won't tell what it is until it's published.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to. All right, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next question. This is actually, I guess it's even from a customer. Is asking, is Script Runner prepared for the discontinuation of the Azure AD module? That's a great question. I think number one, because the first day that Microsoft wanted to cancel the support, they changed it.
They postponed it. Really?
Yes. Yeah. I think they wanted to end the support end of June, and they announced it, I think, a while ago. But I would assume that feedback from the community and people who are using PowerShell was like, what? We and forcing people to use MS Graph, which is still compared to just loading a module and connecting, and there you go. Compared to that, the MS Graph logistics, I would say, is still not that easy, right?
Not that easy, not that great. So it still feels like an alpha version, or let's say an early beta version. And thank you, Microsoft, for postponing it. So we have a little bit more time to write some new action pack scripts regarding MS Graph, and that just takes the pressure out of this task to write the scripts and to prepare Script Runner for the discontinuation of the Azure AD module. And so to come back to the question. We are not prepared yet, but we are preparing.
Yeah, we're in the process, right?
So, yeah, we are in the process to switch from the Azure AD module to MS Graph.
Yeah,
the MS Graph API.
I think it will not take too long where people will see the first example scripts on our GitHub repo. Where we use MS Graph, and I mean, for sure MS Graph is the way to go, but I think as we said earlier, Microsoft still has to put some effort in it to make it easy also for, let's say, the day-to-day administration, and not just something for the absolute PowerShell MS Graph experts.
It doesn't feel not really round, not really complete. So I feel I cannot get into a workflow. It's not my daily driver to interact with Azure or other M365 services.
It still feels it's not ready. But so what I think what they announced is that they phrased it like they plan for doing it beginning of next year. But even that was the phrasing was not very precise. So I think it depends on how much progress they make on their side, and then how will the feedback will be from the people who are using it. And then I think that's going to be the important two factors to say, okay, now we are actually doing it. But it's going to happen, so we are preparing for it. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Shall we go to the next question?
To the next question, what do you think about the current PowerShell roadmap? The current PowerShell roadmap.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question. Yeah.
So okay, yeah, and there is a link to some PowerShell related news to the what will come in the future. And executive order on cybersecurity, PowerShell 7.3. I'm looking really forward to the new PowerShell version and the move to .NET 7.
Yeah. I think that's. So Steve Lee, who is kind of heading the Microsoft development PowerShell team, posted something a while ago, and I think .NET 7 is a topic where they're trying to align their development with the .NET 7 stuff. But as usual, things are not working as planned, so I think they have to readjust things probably on both sides. What I find quite interesting that they are, of course, again mentioning the fact to get PowerShell 7 into Windows directly with each and every installation, which is something that people are asking for forever since I would say since PowerShell Core, where they say it's great, but I still have this deployment stuff, and of course we know you don't have to have PowerShell everywhere to use PowerShell 7. You can have it. You can start with having it on your machine or where you run your scripts, like our script, like our script on a server, where you could say, okay, I'm switching to PowerShell 7. But of course, it's still Windows PowerShell is everywhere. Everybody knows it's there. There's no need to ask even if it's available typically. So I think that is a huge task, and I'm really looking forward to the progress that they hopefully will make in this direction, because I think that will be the key of being even more successful with PowerShell 7 and convincing everybody to, not everybody, but to bring people from the Windows PowerShell world into PowerShell 7. I think that's a key thing. And I looked through all the list that Steve was writing about, and it's a huge list. And so and that's just, I think, for until the end of this year. And well, I hope that they really can make progress on all of that. But I think really still from my perspective, one of the main thing really is getting this Windows thing sorted out so that PowerShell 7 becomes part of the initial operating systems.
Yeah, a native part of the OS.
Yeah. And there are other things. Maybe we can just why not put the link also to that article into the chat, so for people who want to read them themselves. PowerShell roadmap here. Yeah. And I guess as you will be in Vienna at the PSConf EU, you can ask them directly, right? Like, okay, how far did you come? Right? What is the progress? What's the backlog? What's the backlog? What's in the next sprint?
that's the question. The questions I receive every day or nearly every day from our customers. So now I can I can
you can be the one to ask. You don't have to answer, right?
I am in the position to ask.
Yes,
that's what I want to say.
Yes. All right. We got some comment from Thomas here regarding the Microsoft Graph sign in. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what he tries to tell us. Maybe the count is 0, or maybe the count is
I need
10,000.
I need a bit more context.
Yeah, but maybe we'll look at this, of course, afterwards. Yeah.
Sure.
But that's cool. Thanks for the comment. So okay, that was roadmap. So there's another question from Adam. This time we have a name. Okay, here Thomas comes back. Okay, 120
official count
commandlets. All right.
Okay.
Okay, that looks a little bit like there's some. That's a little different between 262 and 120.
Just
tiny. Sometimes that's maybe just maybe behind the comma somebody did something wrong. Yeah, but I think that's one of the things that really shows it's as you said early on. It doesn't feel complete and ready to be something fully productive for everybody. It's work in progress. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah, Adam's question. Have you seen Gartner's 10 common mistakes in automation? What do you think about it? So thanks for the question, because of this question, we went out to find it, and it's an interesting article that I think it just came out also a few weeks ago. And
on
it talks
April
about
the 19th, was it? Yeah.
Yes, and it talks about this. Let's put it into the chat as well, so everybody can enjoy it. And because it's quite interesting.
Or you can show it in the stream as we talk about.
Ooh, now you're challenging me. All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but I could.
Yeah,
If
it's possible, you can show it.
I can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Of course. Right here. So yeah, and it's so now I have to turn my head a little bit to look at it. But it is, it came out in April, and it has this 10 points on topics on 10 mistakes being done by automating things. And for each topic, they have a short paragraph where they talk about it, and I think it's pretty interesting. It relates. I think it relates to PowerShell, but it relates to everything. In particular, when it comes to automation, especially number one, we're falling in love with a single technology, where we tend to, of course, we are in love with PowerShell, but it is not the right tool for every job, right?
So and we are just a part of the automation community. We are not the automation community. So we are falling in love with nearly a single technology, but the users who are trying to automate their infrastructure or stuff like that, they shouldn't.
Yeah, and So what it says here really is to, and that's I think that's a good way of saying it, right? Just the first three words: build in the action sector here, build the toolbox of technologies. It's 5 words. Anyway, so to really find the technology that fit to the problem, and don't use the technology and try to find a problem that might fit to it. So I think that's a good point. The second one that relates, I think, more or also to the not just to IT automation, but to business process automation. Believing that business can automate without IT. So that is also, I think, Microsoft is guilty on that as well, because telling everybody, Power Apps, Power Platform, you can do everything, and then what happens typically is you get everybody's doing something. It's not structured, it's not organized, and everybody just running and doing something, and And then at one point, things like standardization and backup and restore and so on. So I think that's really a good point as well, where they talk about, okay, there should be they call it Automation Center of Excellence, which is it's Gardner, right? They have to come up with some good phrase.
Yeah.
But that sounds really Automation Center of Excellence, which is kind of okay. People can turn to these people if they have the need to automate something, and they hopefully can tell them how to do it. What, again, coming back to to topic one, what is the right technology to do it, and because also to getting the info about, okay, you are not the first one who asked this question, so obviously instead of 20 people in the same organization trying to automate the same stuff over and over again, they can build a strategy and a concept for it, and then doing something that not just one, maybe it's not just one team, one department has the benefit from it, but really the whole organization, ideally. So I think
thinking automation is always the solution. Automation may be the best long-term option for business and IT processes, but leaders cannot simply use it to cover gaps in a poorly designed process. Yeah, if you automate a shitty process, you have a automated shitty process. So
that's very well said, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah, just think about designing and how to automate the process, and or think about the process itself. And yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, get your things in order first, and then start automating it. Which is kind of the first one. I hope we can get through all of them. Already
just
40 minutes.
Yeah, I think
but maybe we just go through them quickly, maybe to each.
Yeah, sure.
So the fourth one, not engaging all stakeholders. Of course, a typical thing that happens so many times. You're not bringing all the people to the table where you have just input that is necessary to get the full picture and to really do it and solve the topics the right way. And again, here they coming back to this Automation Center of Excellence, where you have people from different areas being involved. Of course, makes perfect sense, right? Okay, number 5, failing to devote enough time to testing. Ooh, who needs to test? Come on.
Yes, it produces just costs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so of course, I mean that's but it's there. It is true. Testing, of course, is important, definitely. The sixth one, wasting effort on overly complicated processes. Okay, so that comes back to their comment on, I think, also shitty processes. So I think it's really about starting or taking the right processes to automate. And it's maybe sometimes it's a low-hanging fruits, or sometimes it's the more simple tasks that really many people can benefit from. Redesigning the process first, if, as you said, if it doesn't work manually.
Yes. If you are in the beginning of automate your processes, I think the first thing is to automate, as you said, the low hanging fruits to get experience in automation. And if it comes to, as Gardner said, overly complicated processes, I think you should gather all your specialists and work out a concept for the automation and rethink processes and
and maybe also just start building smaller chunks. Take if the process is let's say too big because it has 37 different steps. Put them down to smaller chunks and then start to automate them step by step. I would say as well. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, mistake number 7: treating automation as simple task replication. It's also an interesting topic, where it also kind of comes back to looking at the full picture, and again looking at the process. I think that's what they say here as well, to maybe re-engineer the processes if necessary. Maybe, as I said, maybe simplify them and put them into smaller portions.
Yes.
I think that makes perfect sense. Number 8: failing to monitor in post-production. Okay, post-production. Okay, coming back also, testing, staging environments. Who needs that? Yeah, but of course it's it makes sense.
Yeah, continuously monitor and audit the automation tools. Yes, so automation, it's not like building or automate a process and then leave it there. It's automated, it runs on its own, and it will be working. So that's not how automation, what automation means.
Yeah, so you will not be as successful as possible if you do it this way.
No, and that's the reason we are have built-in monitoring tools in Script Runner, and I guess in the future there will be more regarding the monitoring topic in our software. But yes, I guess currently we are on a good way.
Yeah, but that's good, because this topic is because it relates to the mistake number 9, right? Using the wrong metrics to measure success. I mean, that things that we, for example, do is like, okay, you can describe how much time do you save for each with each task, right?
Just a second. Do you still see me? Because I see myself, and I can't see myself. I have just a pink wallpaper.
I see a frozen picture of you. I just thought you don't move anymore.
Okay, just give me a second. It seems to be something is wrong with the camera here.
Okay, if not, we can just
give me a second. Give me a second. I will try to fix this.
Okay. Hold on, people. Hold on. This is live. This is real life. But we can also, if it doesn't work, Markus, it's the most important thing is to hear you. So maybe we can here you are.
Now, I'm back. Yeah.
What the problem was the Death Star. The Death Star did some,
Have you the problem was, have you tried to turn it off and on again?
Yeah, but I think it has to do with the wrong side of the force, my friend.
Yeah, my death. I'm not longer in the Death Star anymore.
Yeah,
so.
See, and now all of a sudden everything works. That's awesome.
Yep.
So what? Yeah, so with this, metrics thing. So I mean, measure success. So what we do with our solution is, right, to say, okay, how much time do you save by automating particular tasks in minutes? Like, okay, instead of doing it manually, normally when I do it manually, it would take me 10 minutes, and now it's just a click of a button. Then, of course, this is one way, but of course, this is kind of really concentrating on this particular PowerShell use case in the sense of the complete automation picture and automation world. Of course, there are, I think, additional things to consider, and bringing all these things together and trying to put numbers to it. I think that's the challenge sometimes. All right, and mistake number 10: Ignoring the culture and employee impact. Yeah, culture. Ooh, yeah, of course. Interesting topic. I mean, just coming in Monday morning saying we're going to automate everything, and people will be okay, maybe that's not the good approach, right?
Yeah, because sometimes people like to do things manually, just stepping to or going to the server rack and put their laptop or their keyboard in and do things there, or just to let's say to expand their time, so they do not have to accomplish more tasks in less time. So they have their manually tasks like changing user passwords or something like that. And if you do this 8 hours a day manually, you do not have a lot of tasks. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So,
not a lot of time to do other things. So I think
yeah,
that it starts with getting across the idea and the message that that automation doesn't mean you're going to be out of work, but it's going to be you will have more quality work to do, and you will be able to do more interesting stuff, and you will become more important for your organization that you're working for, and you will learn new things, for example, with PowerShell or other technologies, and then also start to educate people in, okay, why are we doing it, and then also the tools and the technologies that people need to know so they can properly automate instead of just throwing in some piece of technology, right? Which is sometimes or happens so often in it almost fails, because just throwing in just a piece of technology to somebody is never the solution. So I think this is an important topic, and for sure it's a mistake that's being done, not just for automation but for many other projects and changes in the organization. But I think so again, thanks Adam for pointing us to this list, because I think it's really worth looking at it and think about it, and start to think about, okay, are we doing the things correctly, and how can we improve our automation journey. All right. We already talked 50 minutes, and I would say, even though we have a few more questions, but I think I would say we keep them for
the next
for the next one, and looking forward to the new questions. I think we covered quite some interesting topics today. Thanks, Markus.
Thanks, Heiko.
And thanks to everybody who sent us the questions again. Please, I'm trying to put in again the link to the question, to the questionnaire. Tell us what you would like to know. And I mean, today it was strictly automation, PowerShell, script runner, a little bit of Star Wars fun. So, but maybe we would be open for other topics as well.
Sure.
Yeah, Justus, thanks for joining. Have a nice weekend yourself.
Nice weekend for you too.
And Johannes. Okay, Johannes has a final questions. What are you having for dinner today? Okay.
Good question.
Okay, actually, we have a plan already. We are going to go for we want to go for a new diner, American kind of burger place. So we're gonna check out.
I'm already jealous.
We're gonna check out some burgers tonight. That's the plan. Yeah. And for you will.
I'm not sure, because today I'm a bit lazy. and I'm not in the mood for cooking dinner, so I guess
You're gonna call. You're gonna
the
call.
the burger thing sounds really nice for dinner. So maybe we will pick this up too. So
Oh, see, good, excellent. And by the way, we didn't mention that this is your last activity before you go on
yeah,
vacation, right? So
yes,
that's
yes, yes. It's just yeah. I'm just off for the next week, and yeah, that's the last task for this workday,
cool.
and yeah, then it
So
goes straight to the holidays.
excellent. So I wish you, yeah, a great vacation. Relax.
Thank you. I
And
will.
excellent. And so, yeah, looking forward to our next session next month. And again, everybody who joined us, thanks a lot. Don't forget
Thank
to
you.
ask to give us your questions, and see you next month in the next Ask Me Anything session.
Don't forget to follow Heiko and me on
Absolutely.
Twitter.
Yeah. And so now we are out. Bye.
Bye bye.